Good afternoon, folks. In today's video, we have a lot to cover in Lions news. We're going to get the latest on the Lions OC candidate search. A new one pops up. Mike McDaniel did come here and interview, and we have some good news on that one. Sheila Ford Hamp dropped that letter, and I want to talk about that really quick. A mock draft of who the Lions are potentially taking and more. But before we get into the main topic of this video, if you think it's a smart and sound idea to pull a light bulb out of the socket, take it, and smash it into your eye, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Sometimes being a Lions fan, you can get lit up. Also, take that like button with you and let that bad boy get cut. Let's get into today's Lions news. Let's go ahead and start out here with the Sheila Ford Hamp letter. And I haven't really discussed it that much, but let's go ahead and get into it. She says, I can assure you that we are committed to looking at everything we do to ensure we are performing at a highest level. Through conversations with Rod, Brad, and Dan, we are all aligned with the thinking we have already started the meetings to address how we move forward. We're excited for what 2026 will bring and some of the new elements we'll introduce for all of you, our most loyal fans. Thank you for your commitment. Go Lions. Now, I like this. I like Sheila Ford Hamp. She definitely is a great owner, the best owner that we have had. She really is a Lions fan. She really is committed to winning, in my opinion. She really is invested, and hopefully she'll invest financially into any OC candidate that potentially could come here, like Mike McDaniel, whatever it takes to get quality into Detroit. What she needs to do is make sure she pays from her end and let Brad Holmes know the pocketbook is open up by any means necessary. That's what she could do to support it by coaching or roster, whatever. But we want to win, and that would be great. In the comments right now, who do you want OC? Name anyone, let me know. This Mike McDaniel rumor is great news for the Lions. I seen it last night, and I'm like, I can't wait to talk about it this morning. It says right here, according to Greg Auman of Fox Sports, McDaniel would take a top-flight offensive coordinator position over a less than desirable head coach opening. Says former Dolphins Mike McDaniel will interview for the Bucs OC job Friday. He would consider a great OC opportunity better than a not great head coaching ideal vacancy. This is good news for the Lions because teams such as the Cleveland Browns, the Tennessee Titans, yeah, they have head coaching opportunities available, but do you want to take that and be fired in a year or two? Or could you take the Ben Johnson route, become an OC, rejuvenize yourself and get a job like a Robert Saleh is trying to do or Brian Flores is currently doing? I think that's the best route to go. Work for Ben Johnson, then you can get the opportunity you would like to get. Not just a head coaching job, but something that's going to give you many years in that position. So, good news to hear. Hearing this, Sheila Ford Hamp, Brad Holmes, and Dan Campbell, this would be great to have Mike McDaniel as OC. He is willing to take a OC job. Yes, the Philadelphia job is open, and that is a desirable one. But I think that the Lions are more desirable. Our offensive line, Jahmyr Gibbs-Young, St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Jared Goff. In a dome, we have a fourth place schedule. Could you imagine what he could do with this offense? I really would love to have him. You should see the clip where he goes, watch this, one play touchdown with Tua in the Miami. Epic. We need this in Detroit. He brings a nerdy swagger to him. It would be fun to watch. It would also, I'm not going to lie, it'd bring great content for a lot of people and make it interesting. I want it all. And I want this offense to be the best in football. So, him saying this, it's an opportunity for the Lions to pounce. Let's go all in. He is proven. Kill it in the run game. Kill it in the play action, deep pass that actually does them, not says it, like our former OC did, but actually does it. Jameson Williams, we paid this guy. He can utilize Jameson Williams. And we're going to get into the next article here about Issac TeSlaa and what he said he's doing this offseason. So in the comments right now, who do you want as Lions OC? Do you want a new one? Do you want an old one? Let me know your thoughts. Let's get into this. Wide receiver. Issac TeSlaa focused on improving quickness and separation this offseason. He's talking about getting faster and getting better. Speed and separation. He did pretty good this year with the minimal of opportunities that he was given. He does need to work on his route tree and all that stuff and separation, blah, blah, blah. He gets better in that. You have another weapon for Mike McDaniel to destroy defenses, and he will use them. And I do believe TeSlaa is going to work on it this offseason. Rookies, it takes them a little bit. They have to go from a different type of regiment where they're working out probably every other day to in the NFL where you're lifting all the time. Your dietary is important. You're doing football stuff. So it takes a little bit of time. So I have no doubt he'll improve. And you've seen that throughout players that has been here, correct? You've seen it with Jameson Williams putting on probably 5 pounds of muscle this past season. And he's not a big guy, so that's quite a bit. And it performed well for him. So I would expect that Issac TeSlaa, who is an amazing athlete and's got a strong will, he'd do the same thing. He definitely would. So it's good to hear. And we need him to perform at a higher level of separation because we need him on the field. You know, we invested 2 third or 3 third round picks ultimately into him. So we need him to get used in 2026. And I know someone that could do that, right? Let's get into the next one. And this is the Lions OC candidate here. It says Lions to interview Falcons coordinator Zac Robinson for their OC job. Another one that is familiar with Jared Goff, Rams quarterback, Rams assistant, wide receivers coach for a year as well. But he could be taken if Raheem Morris gets the job. Check out Mike Payton from A to Z Sports. One of my faves on there. He's actually got a YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to his YouTube channel. One of my faves. Got to get him on here. Yeah, I look, but it's another guy. I would put him at probably one of the bottom tiers of my list right now. I gotta lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'd put him at the bottom tier, which is I want the Lions to go someone that's extremely successful. That's what I would like to see. And there was some success there, but to me, not that much. Not what I want to see more. And I do want to see the Lions to go outside the organization. What do I mean by that? It doesn't necessarily have to be tied to someone that's been with somebody. You don't have to be from the New Orleans Saints or the Los Angeles Rams. You don't have to be there. You can be from somewhere else. It is important to not just look within ties all the time to get a different perspective. So I'd like to see a different perspective. I would love to see that, to be honest with you, offense and defense. I don't know. hey, if Calvin Shepard gets the Miami job, then maybe we can finally see the defense get a little bit of change, but which I would love. Come on, Miami, go ahead and hire him. So, because Harbaugh went to New York, so I'd like to see that. Let's get into this mock draft. And USA Today has the Lions taking my guy, Caden Proctor. I've been talking about Caden Proctor. He was the first player in my mock draft. Why did I go for Caden Proctor? It's simple. Brad Holmes, Alabama. Matter of fact, he went to Alabama games personally this year. Talked about the need for a offensive lineman. Talk about the need to not what happened to the Lions offensive line this year, happen next year, as well as he likes to do 1 year in advance. And there's a possibility that Taylor Decker retires. And Caden Proctor is to be there at the 17th pick. That's about where he used to be at. It just, right? There you go. Like, he is a monster. And I think it would set the Lions offensive line for a long time. He could play right tackle if need be, left tackle. It'd be a great pick. And in my opinion, he's probably the pick. I'd be doing mock drafts all off season, all the way till the draft in April 23. And I have a feeling that every mock draft I'm going to have is going to be an offensive lineman. And a lot of it's going to be pointing to Caden Proctor or others, right? But this makes a lot of sense in the world. Truly does. Give me your thoughts about this. And if there's any breaking news on Lions do hire OC, I'll have that video out immediately. Adios.